No way, he muttered, staring at the letter in my trembling hand.
It had just arrived in the mail, and I had been waiting for it all week. The gold imprint on the back of the envelope caught my eye, a symbol that confirmed its authenticity. It was a letter from the Elite Order Academy, or simply Elite for short. By the time a werewolf turns 20, they can apply to Elite, a name that speaks for itself. Reserved for the most skilled young werewolves in the entire country, it represents the pinnacle of excellence. For 2 transformative years, they are molded into the leaders of their packs, equipped with skills that ensure a promising future. Ever since childhood, I had dreamed of becoming one of the elites. In fact, it seemed that every young werewolf aspired to gain acceptance. However, the stakes felt higher for me. My parents had graduated from there. So had my 2 older brothers, one of whom was now in his final year. As the youngest in the family and the so-called black sheep, I was met with skepticism at every turn. It was no surprise that my mother had urged me to apply to the local academy, believing that was all I was good for. I could still replay our dinner conversation from last month in my mind. I want to apply to Elite, I announced, gathering the courage to speak up. The clinking of utensils halted momentarily, but not a single gaze turned my way. Good luck with that, I guess, my mom Lorelei remarked, inspecting her nails with disinterest. Lucian, my oldest brother, pursed his lips. Do you really think you can do it? Yes, I replied, my voice steady despite my racing heart. Kieran, my brother just a year older, let out a mocking chuckle. I shot him a glare, but it had little effect. Oh sorry, he said, though he didn't sound apologetic in the least. It's just funny. We all came from Elite, that doesn't mean you should too. It's called Elite for a reason. My dad, Dominic, nodded in silent agreement, his attention glued to his phone. Just apply to the local academy. I'm sure they'll accept you based on your last name alone.
He shook my head, pushing the memory of that bitter conversation away.
Then with trembling hands, I opened the letter that had arrived, my future contained within its folds. Everyone else had received their acceptance or rejection letters last week. Except me. My mom had claimed that I performed so poorly on the written exam that they didn't even bother to send a letter. But here it was. I closed my eyes for a moment, fear gripping my chest. When I finally opened one eye, my heart raced as I spotted the word, accepted. I nearly leapt with joy. Instead, I stifled my excitement, covering my mouth with my hand to suppress a grin. Out in our expansive garden, I was alone, but my family was still inside the house. As much as I wanted to share this incredible news with them and prove them wrong, I needed to tell someone else first, the one person who had always supported me, even when my family turned their backs.
Jacques Centrevanne, Mai Maten, the future alpha of the West.
Download tsx883 FGK00062. Watch the follow-up.